Okay. New season of Bachelor. I'm excited. Hot take. I kind of like Golden Bachelor more.
I didn't watch. I watched like the first episode of that one.
I love the Golden Bachelor. But this season's, the first episode did not disappoint. Okay, I really enjoyed it. And even Ben's watching. Like he's roped in. I didn't even ask him to watch with me. He was like, rewind that part.
I love it when men get into, well, my man gets into my shows.
My man.
So this season is Grant Ellis.
Yeah.
He is the second Black Bachelor.
Really?
Which, yeah. What's his name? He's literally in the news right now. I'm literally blanking on what's his name? The first one. Matt James was the first one, which, what a shit show that is right now.
Whoa.
But yeah, Grant Ellis is our Bachelor this year. And what's the word? Shamelessly, I'm watching him this year because he's kind of cute.
He's a good looking
really cute,
guy.
actually.
Yeah.
He's really cute.
Play basketball. I was actually asked to be on this season of The Bachelor as like a guest. It was supposed to be a basketball episode. And like
that would be iconic.
I can't even fucking talk. Chris Bosh was supposed to be on the episode too.
Chris Bosh.
I love him.
I do too.
Yeah.
What a sad
I know.
thing for him.
I know. He's great.
He is great.
I was looking forward to doing it was supposed to be like a basketball episode, but I'm sure all the girls were probably like, we're not fucking playing basketball. So they literally canceled it. I was supposed to get paid. Oh, you know what? They canceled it and still paid me.
Oh, period.
Isn't that so nice?
That's how you know that they're balling on The Bachelor.
They got money.
They can pay you for not doing anything.
Yeah.
But speaking of balling, there was some interesting entrances this round.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some standout girls? Do you have some favorites?
I really thought it was funny, the t-shirt girl.
The one who
Ben
brought
and I
the gun.
Cackling. Ben and I were
loved
dying.
that idea.
It's a great idea.
I thought it was so.
And she's like an engineer. I'm like,
I thought it was so
it's really clever.
It was on the nose. It wasn't too on the nose of like, hey, you used to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
But like I know you were in the basketball.
Those
so
machines scare me, by the way, at the game, like at the Paris games, they were shooting, and I'm like literally
I would
jolting.
Love to shoot a gun. Shoot a t-shirt gun.
Okay, North Carolina.
So yeah, the girl came as one of her entrances. It honestly looked like she built it.
It looked like a makeshift t-shirt gun.
A t-shirt gun, and she was shooting them over to the girls that were inside the mansion.
I really
already.
think they were landing. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it was staged or not, but they were like pelting the girls inside the house.
I cackled.
One girl,
when it fell,
and had their faces.
I cackled.
One girl actually put the t-shirt on.
I love that.
I was dying.
I
thought she had a
that
great
she
sense
did
of
that.
humor.
Not only did that show that she is secure in herself.
Yeah.
She just like went along with the vibe.
She's a good sense of humor. I liked her a lot, actually.
What about the bottle girl? I thought that was so corny.
Yeah, no.
I was like, who brought
corny
her?
Boo. Next.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Okay, my question is, how would you feel? Because one girl came in and she was like very much, I love basketball. You love basketball. I love basketball.
And we're meant for each other, loving basketball. Play me one-on-one for your heart.
So how would you? Also, it made me laugh because he was like, I wrote it down because where did I write it? He was
you
like,
got a lot of notes. I'm impressed
because I have ADHD. He was like, so she's a LeBron fan. All right.
Yeah.
Did you hear? I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing for him? So how would you feel if a man came up to you and was just constantly like, I love basketball this, basketball that, because he knew that like you play basketball? Would that be something that like, would that be an ick?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I should have said that earlier. I was like, I hate when men are like,
I could beat you one-on-one.
Well, that's also like that everyone gets like, that's like such a common. So like when a man does that, you're just kind of like, whatever. Like, I'm going to just pretend you didn't even say that.
Yeah.
But when it's like too much, like I think either from what I've encountered, men that play basketball either really appreciate an athlete, a female athlete, someone that plays their sport, or they don't want anything to do with an athlete. And I feel like that must be him because I don't think the girls he liked looked like.
He didn't pick her.
Yeah, she was sad. I was like, it is day one. It is day one, and you're boo-hooing over this man. Goodness gracious.
Okay, so I am not a part of Bachelor Nation at all, and like I said, I've very much picked this season because it's a black man, and I want to support him, and he's cute, but also That's all. That's really the reason why. And I realized when you just mentioned like you watched The Golden Bachelor, I turned it off because I was like, they're going to start kissing.
Sydel.
The day that the first
old people can find.
I love that they find love. But in general, like,
they don't really show them kissing as much. No, I get your point though.
This man was kissing Grant was kissing everyone.
I was kind of shocked.
Ben was dumbfounded. I gasped when he kissed that first girl. I was on the plane watching it, and the lady next to me was like, "She turned."
You okay?
I was like,
"You did not."
I did because I was like, "You just met her," and then it was another one, and then it was another one, and then it was another one.
He wanted to taste all the flavors,
and it's not just a kiss. Like he's full on like tonguing these women down. Like
that's my hot take too. I don't think you should do tongue on a first kiss. That's gross to me. No,
just like swab and spit with all these different people, and
I
just can't
mono.
get. Like, it makes me. And that wasn't. And isn't that like one of the biggest things in high school to go around?
Yeah, mono is disgusting. So I wouldn't share a water bottle with anybody.
I didn't like it, and it's just gonna get worse from here on out. And I know that. And I'm gonna try to stick to my guns, but that's probably the main reason why I'm not a part of Bachelor Nation is because I can't do all the kissing every year. It's that much kissing you're watching every year.
That's what bothers you that much?
It's that much kissing you're watching
every year. I think it set a weird precedent for the other girls because they're like peeping on everybody and they're like, oh, now I need to kiss him because he kissed all these other women. And I think that's also weird.
Yeah.
Just let it happen naturally.
I also thought that like, this is a complicated thought. So I'm going to try to like word it out the best as I can. But how genuine is the person that he ends up picking, or that the Bachelor, Bachelorettes ever end up picking? Because they never end up picking the person who's the drama maker, or who's like the drama person, or like the one that people hate the most.
No, I swear they keep them on the show.
However, how genuine can that person be? Like, she's watching all these other women kissing and going for her man.
Yeah.
Right? Without showing, I'm sure they show some kind of jealousy. Again, I don't know. I don't watch the show that much. But
like, that's what they sign up for.
So how can you be like, I would you talk about crash out? I would be crashing
out. The fuck out.
So
yeah. No, I would.
I'm sure they
never
go through like these like cry. I'm sure they like have breakdowns and stuff like that.
100%.
But if my man, who I want and I'm trying to marry, is in love, because from the previews
he said he would have he doesn't know choose
who he wants to pick an hour before he has to pick someone.
I would leave.
The crash out, I don't know.
The crash out's real.
Wouldn't be for me. In Bachelor world, Bachelor Nation as they call it, there's some tea going down between Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell, which her name just scratches that last name scratches that itch in my brain.
You like it?
Kirkconnell, something about it is really, I don't know if I like her, but the name.
I don't.
Anyways, there's some tea going down because he abruptly broke up with her as she was leaving the trip that they were on together. And there was also some backlash with her and their relationship because she went to basically a party where she was dressed up as a slave owner, and that was like a big thing. And then they got through it. And
it is a huge thing. Insane. And he was okay with that.
Well, he broke up with her on stage at the finale episode of The Bachelor, and then they ended up getting back together. So they had, I guess, worked through it. Been dating for the last 4 years. For someone who says they're not a part of Bachelor Nation, I know a lot. Yeah. I love the tea.
Oh my God.
And so she went on Call Her Daddy, did a tell-all about the breakup. And so, yeah, that's kind of the tea on what's going on with them. There's a lot of backlash on her anyways. People kind of just being like, okay, but no one really likes her anyways because of like what that party that she went to. And them getting back together and him forgiving her for that is like, she did the work. She like did her research. She understood why it was such a bad thing. So that's why I guess all has been forgiven by him.
But then they broke up.
But then they just recently broke up after 4 years of dating. So my question is there a timeline on dating to engagement for you?
I was expecting that to go.
Where were you expecting it to go?
I don't know. I was like, can you forgive someone for doing that? I was going to say,
I mean,
as a black man, I can't speak, but I was like, I don't know.
As a black man.
But I'm like, how can you forgive that?
If he was as a black man.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's
I apologize.
No.
I apologize.